Here we are on the 12th of January 2021. I'm sowing my seeds, Trident maple seeds with detritus, that is leaves, twigs, and such. And here's the area. You can see there in the video there's some of the seeds planted already. I've stopped right about that area to start this video. At any rate, I'm sowing these seeds out. I've somewhat processed the area for the seeds to be sown in by raking the roots out in the soil and creating furrows in the soil. And so this is where this is going to be sowed. I have other planting areas that I'll sow these seeds. And again, I'm making this video because I sell these seeds online, and I have to be able to say that the seeds work. These seeds I've had in cold storage since the 9th of, let's see, 9/25. You can see there the date. And I did add fungicide to the mix because, again, these seeds are saved with detritus. In other words, the leaves and the twigs and so forth. It's so labor intensive to clean the seeds. And so when I get so far into my workload, things like this occur. So at any rate, here it is. You can hear people cleaning up and doing their yard work in the background. But it's cold out here, let me tell you. I'm going in to warm my fingers up. I mean, comparatively speaking, it's cold. It's about 37, 38 degrees right now. And normally I'm not out here, but a neighbor called and he needs some assistance, so I'm preparing to shock my body. At any rate, there we have it. Sowing Trident maple seeds that's been soaked since, well, late in 2019, or 2020 rather. And again, this material here is the soil amendment that I've made. Some sharp sand, peat moss mixed together, and I'll use that in some places to overlay these seeds. That way the area is marked also for me, and I can monitor the, I guess you can say, the progression of this seed bed. All right, thank you. Okay, I'm sowing more Trident maple seeds, and today is the 13th of January 2021. These are seeds I collected in 2020 in the fall, and these seeds, again, I stored them moist. You know, I did the pre-soak and all of that, and then I stored them moist in the leaf litter. You know, so I call that detritus. You know, you got leaves and twigs and things like that. There's no other organic material in here other than maybe a little grass clipping when I rake these up. There's nothing wrong with that, but because I do have the detritus in this, I did not add any other materials to store these in. Typically, if I clean the seeds, I'll store them with either peat moss or a mixture of perlite and peat moss. or sharp sand. But because I have this leaf litter in here, that's all I need to hold the moisture. And perhaps you can see some of the seeds in here that they're swollen. They've got some good color. You can see that right there. Oh, it just fell off. And again, these are uncovered. I've covered these up. And this is the bag I'm taking these from. So again, you can see various, here's, you can see, well, I can't point at it. Like right here, those are nice swollen seeds. But anyway, you get the idea. And of course, I'm sowing these to prove that the seeds are viable from that particular year group. There's nothing I can say or do beyond that. I mean, it's all about the past. Have I had success out of these seeds in the past? Yes. And of course, I video that and show it on YouTube to kind of prove that I had success out of the seeds. Now, the viability rate, I can't really prove that, you know, but I do grow the seeds, and I do end up with seedlings, not cuttings, and that's what I'm attempting to do now with this 2020 batch of seeds. So that's that, and I'll try to splice these videos together to make a cohesive seed sowing video. Thanks. Okay, here we are, 13 January 2021. I've sown the seeds of the Trident maples that I had pre-soaked since 9/25. There's the bag right there. And I've covered these over with my sharp sand and peat moss mixture. And I've lightly tamped down the covering so that the seeds will have good contact with the soil. So aside from that, I'm going to let pretty much nature take its course, and we'll go from there. We'll see how this fares. I've got more seeds inside of the fridge, which I will come back and add those to this open space in here. And then after that, that's it for my seed selling season. Seed selling season. Seed selling season. This is my seed selling season. Wow. What an orator. Perhaps I can be on radio, television, or even better, just a photo with no sound. But anyway, I'm still working on sowing seeds, so I have more beds and pots to put the other seeds that I have inside into, and that'll be it for right now. So that's my buggy that I'm working with, and that's about it. So that's it. Okay, this is a shot of one of my seed beds, and I've got some substantial differences in the way I treat the seeds. This part of the bed is very sparsely germinating. There are seeds coming up. That ticket says treated 9/22/20, and again, the seeds are germinating, but they're very sparse. Okay, so we'll look over here and look at that. All of these seeds have germinated. Close proximity, relatively thick, and I planted them all basically on the same day. That ticket says 9/25 and of 20. So they were actually put into cold storage, just a few days apart. Not a substantial difference. But the difference here is this is treated with the lactobacillus. Okay, that's what the little label indicates right there, lactobacillus. So once I soak these seeds, and part of the rinse, when I did the fungicide, I put the lactobacillus in it, and that's how it's stored. And you can see here, that's even developing its true leaves already. And these have been coming up for probably a week, 2 weeks now. But anyway, this is why I'm the mad scientist of bonsai. I want to know. So I do my little experiments, treat the seeds different ways. I put them in different locations. As a matter of fact, I have seeds over here. These were sown even after this batch. These seeds, a friend of mine stored the seeds for me, and I forgot them for a while, and I planted these even after the germinated seeds you see over there, and they're coming up like gangbusters. These were what I call my clean seeds, and they were stored in a sand and peat moss mixture just to keep them moist and separated one from the other. And this too was rinsed with some lactobacillus. And again, you can see how they're coming up in gangbusters. So I was once part of a fish pond, the little fountain there. I just dumped water out of it on top of this and let her rip, tater chip. So anyway, these are seeds that were collected from the 2020 growth season, and it's 2021 now, February 7th, Super Bowl Sunday, as a matter of fact. And that's just a little look at the germinating seeds from the 2020 season. So there we have it. Thanks. And this is the last follow-up on the Trident maple seed germination. You can see all of these seeds in here, and all of these, I think, as I remember, I'm believing this was right after or right around the Super Bowl weekend that these seeds were sown. But these were about the last seeds that I had sown of the Trident maples. And I'll go around this way. And again, these were basically just soaked seeds, and they're coming up, and even more will come up later as the temperature warms up and things stabilize. I'm getting good rain, so they're nice and moist. This area drains well. But these seeds were treated with lactobacillus along with the regular soak-in and the regular fungicide treatment as these seeds were. And you see I've got it partitioned off, okay, and I've got labels over there to identify the seeds, to differentiate them one from the other. But as you can see, this side has a lot more seeds that have germinated, and so even right here, here's some seeds that are not covered over. I can see seeds right here that are just laying on the top of the soil. But anyway, a lot better germination rate. So we'll see another seed bed here in a moment. Okay, as we approach this, you can see all the seeds throughout that area. Pretty good rate. We got more seedlings here, more coming up. And then more seedlings throughout this area. And again, it's not too bad. And here's another seeded area. That's seeded, not seeded. We've got seedlings sprouting up all here, down in this channel through here, even right there. Yep. So right now I'm looking at 75 to 100 seedlings that I can see right now, just glancing. So this is pretty good. But I imagine some of this was washed out and washed down because of the rain that came through. We had some bad rain ahead of the mega freeze that we've had here. And even here, seedlings sprouting up down in that area. So the batch of Trident maple seeds that I collected for 2020, soaked, rinsed, and treated with a broad spectrum fungicide just to keep down the mold, mildew, bacteria while it was in cold storage, seemed to help. I also took some of those seeds and treated them with lactobacillus, and those seeds are performing well beyond the seeds that were not treated, that were just treated the standard way that basically I trained myself to soak and treat the seeds. Also, I kept some of the seeds in the litter that I raked them up in, detritus, leaf bits, twigs, grass clippings, or whatever, and that's how I stored them. And that I put in, well, part of those seeds I put the lactobacillus in, and again, it knocked down on the decomposition, the odor from it. It eliminated or overpowered the bacteria in that, and those seeds are doing wonderful. So again, that is my seed experiment, and I'll be posting all of this, and hopefully it'll help. It's a frosty, icy morning. Yeah, this is Florida, but you couldn't tell from this stuff. Well, anyway, enjoy. This is my follow-up on the 30-day seed germination of the Japanese green maple. And you can see over there, some of the seeds are already coming up. And it hasn't been very long that I planted this. And remember, that's a leftover from the seed tray I planted earlier, and I have those outside, and they're viewed on another video. And still, the Trident maples in here have not come up. But again, these were soaked, straight soaked for 30 days, in and out of the fridge every day. Well, pretty much every day. It doesn't have to be specifically, routinely, strictly every day. But as long as you rotate it in and out of the fridge, in the cold part, not the freezer, for 30 days, you should break the dormancy cycle. And so that's what we have there. And so that's looking pretty good. That's my little Brazilian rain tree. I'm sure it's pretty cold in here, and it's saying, oh, I want to be in the warm place. I'm starting some seeds there. But anyway, all that's beside the point. And you should remember this. These are the trays that were inside. I brought them out to harden off, get more sun. This is my squirrel cage, and these two trays were started after that one. And these are the Japanese maples. You know, like I said, 30-day in and out of the fridge. 21 days to get it, probably in most places, but 30 days and you'll be doing fine. So that's the follow-up on the 30-day seed germination. As they say some places, a rousing success. Bravo, bully. Very good, very good. All right, that's it.